Society has manipulated men into thinking these empty vices, like drinking, like drug use, like smoking, like porn, are the highs of life. But that is a lie. You see, these are just lows with a cloak of pleasure surrounding them that keep you from living the life that you truly want. If you need help getting off these vices, check out the link in the description. Good habits are the way. This is how you achieve that feeling of being high on life. And those empty vices will never give you. You see, we all know that these bad habits have downsides. That after the pleasure is gone, after the cloak is removed, we see what we've done to ourselves and it hurts. Of course it does. That's God giving you a slap across the face saying, what the fuck are you doing? But many of us have become dull to that feeling. We don't listen to the hangover. We don't listen to the wisdom of the come down telling us we need to change. Of course it gets louder and louder and louder. Hopefully you're at that point. The calm down, the hangover, the regret is just so fucking loud, so painful that you must change. At that point, you know you've been called up by God. That's why we need to focus on these gifts. The gifts that are the good habits. See, the good habits, they have no downside. Because there's no cloak, nothing covering your eyes. The pleasure is real. It's true joy. You become aware, you become conscious in the moment. And when that moment is over, you have climbed above, you have raised above. You've gained strength, knowledge, wisdom, discipline, whatever. All these good habits have some sort of benefit attached to them. And every time you do them, you level up. Things like exercise. Exercise is the best tool to achieve that feeling of a natural high. It works every single time without a doubt. If it's not working, you need to try harder. You need to work out harder. You need to get that heart rate up higher because it works. It's a fact. It's a simple fact. Everyone knows that deep in their heart that exercise makes them feel good. But of course, it's got that bar. It takes energy. You can't just sit in your ass and this magically happens to you. But that's the great thing about it, because if it was so easy, it wouldn't build discipline. That's the second best thing about exercise. Yeah, it makes you feel good, but it builds fucking discipline. This is why all the gurus tell you you need to go to the gym, you need to work out when you don't feel like it, because discipline is so fucking important to your life. And it will also make you feel good about yourself. You're doing what others can't do. You're doing what you thought you could never do. And you're fucking doing it. You said so many times, I don't want to go to the gym. It's not for me. It's too difficult. But yeah, you're going anyway. You're walking there anyway. This is how you become a man. Meditation is another great tool to get that high on life feeling, because these thoughts, these feelings, these ideas, all the bullshit running through your mind, they hold you back from that high that you're looking for, that peace that you're looking for, that peace that everybody wants. One of the worst walls, one of the worst things stopping it is these self-beliefs, these self-limiting beliefs that you have. We need to start letting go of this. We're not our thoughts. We're not our feelings. We're so much more. We're the consciousness. We're the soul behind it all. If you want to live like this, you need to start meditating every single day. Every day. At least 5 minutes, preferably 10 to 20. And don't say you don't have the fucking time. Everyone's got the time to meditate. And people say that about the gym. But there's always someone out there more busy than you getting in. Always. So no excuse is valid. Finally, reading. I've recently fell in love with reading. I'm not sure why, but reading is so fucking good to get that high, to get that joy from life. Doesn't matter if it's fiction, non-fiction, all you need to do is make sure you find a book that you enjoy reading. If you're reading something just because you need to, because you're supposed to, because this is the good book, everyone's reading it in the minute, then you won't get this benefit. Maybe you might learn, you might not, probably not, because you don't really learn something if you're feeling forced to do it. You need to just try and discover the books that you enjoy. Don't read a book just because people say you should. If it's boring, put it down, find another one. It helps you escape into a whole nother world. Whole different dimension, just like drugs do. But no fucking calm down. What could be better than that? And on top of that, you learn, you grow. You can learn and grow from fiction, from the characters, from the stories, from their mistakes. And of course, you learn and grow from non-fiction. Whatever you're reading, psychology, money, business, any of this. Whatever topic you want to learn about, you can find it. And it doesn't have to be boring. Many of these non-fiction books are written in a way that is exciting. Two authors I really recommend: Napoleon Hill, Robert Greene. Their writing style, I love them. But of course, if it's not for you, don't read it. Finally, the major thing that you need to get this high on life feeling, and you need it. The other three you need too. But too many people ignore this. And ignore this point. And they lock in, and they think they have to isolate themselves. But no, you need to socialize. That is a must. It's a must to feel good. The best times I've ever had in my life were when I was surrounded by other people. And don't lie, it's the same for you too. You may claim and like, oh yeah, I'm an introvert, but like, you're telling me you had more fun reading that fucking book than you did on your fucking birthday with all your friends, or when you're laughing, sharing a joke with all the boys. You're telling me that doesn't feel as good as watching a fucking movie on your own. Stop lying to yourself. You may enjoy time alone, but we are social creatures. We're supposed to socialize. And when you share the 3 good habits that I said, and you combine that with other people and socializing, you get the most amazing feeling possible, especially exercise. You meditating with other people, there's silence, but you still feel that connection. You're reading with other people, but you're kind of reading your own book. You can discuss the book as well, which gives you joy. That's great. But the 2 greatest things to combine that will give you a high like no other. I've done lots of fucking drugs, and overall, nothing felt as good as when I've been working out and chatting and having fun with other fucking people. This is why you should join a gym, a martial arts gym or something like that, or some kind of sport. Yeah, go in the gym. You could go to the gym with your friends as well. That's great. I like to go in the gym on my own because I like to focus on it. I like to concentrate. That's just the way I am. I like to do weights on my own, that is. But then I like to go and do something else with my friends. Maybe we'll go on. Maybe I'll do a second weights workout, some circuits. Maybe we'll spar, swim, and then I do MMA as well. And the best fucking times is those Saturday sparring sessions when everyone's fucking together and we're all having a laugh, we're all chatting and sparring. Oh my god, the feeling is uncomparable. You need it in your life. No wonder you're constantly wanting to get high. You don't have these natural, simple highs. They did this study, right, on rats, and a lot of people know this study about the cocaine in the rats. So basically, they were testing how addictive cocaine is on rats, and they found these rats would end up drinking these. They had cocaine water, right, and they would drink the cocaine water that much, and then till they died. It was so everyone was like, "Oh, coke's so addictive, so addictive." But some fucking genius had the bright idea. With these rats are in this fucking tiny little cage with fuck all to do, and rats are like us, social creatures. In fact, the brain of a rat is very similar to the brain of ours. That is why Rats are often used as test dummies. So they created this, I think it was Rat Park they called it. It was a nice big open area with lots of other rats, and all the rats could play, and guess what? Barely any of the rats would even touch the cocaine. They try it, yeah, and very few would actually continue to drink it. This is what is happening in your life. You're isolated, you're in pain, you're doing these horrible habits. It's making you down, which is making you depressed, which is making you caged in, like this rat. You need to create a life like the Rat Park, open, full of fucking friends, full of exciting, fun things to do. Not destructive habits, good habits. Go out and walk in nature, get your boys and go hike, go travel. Go do something simple, go work out together, go swim in a river, do fun, exciting, natural stuff. And your need for drugs will fall away. See, drugs and alcohol and addiction in general is an illusion. Too many people nowadays talk about it like it's a disease, like alcoholism is a disease that you catch, and therefore they try and maybe cure it with other drugs. They try to cure in fucking medicinal ways, but that's so stupid because alcohol and alcoholism, addiction, all of that is not a disease. It's a symptom of another disease. Disease, sedentary, boring, inhumane lifestyle. The way that modern man lives is so far removed from how we're supposed to live, so no wonder we need to escape through these destructive habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. You know, partying is the same. It's another bullshit lie we tell ourselves. We think going out is fun. Yeah, we're with all the guys, we're getting girls and all that. And then we'll tell ourselves, I love to drink. I love to party. But it's not the fucking party, it's not the substance that is good. It's the people. It's the fucking people that are good. But we convince ourselves, I love the party, man. I love Coke. You love spending time with other people like every fucking human does. And of course, it does get to the point where you're doing shit on your own. It happened to me. I was doing drugs on my own. But that's because we buy into this lie that I need drugs, I need drugs. You need to spend time with more people. You need to do more good habits. So many times I've been in this just amazing, great, fucking high state that I swear to God, I feel like I am on drugs. And I haven't touched a drug in like 2 years. Being high on life is a real fucking thing. And as I just explained this whole video, there's only one way to good habits. You need to start changing your habits and changing your life. You don't want to be some miserable old fucking 40-year-old, 50-year-old who's been wasting his whole life partying. Why do you think people are going nowhere? Because they choose this wasteful path. Instead of seeking real enjoyment, they seek temporary pleasure. And they end up throwing all their dreams away. Nobody wants to just be some broke fucking loser who's lived in the same town his whole life. Do you want that? Imagine that. Because that is the path you are walking on right now. When you're going out partying on the weekends. Maybe you're like me, maybe you're doing it more than just the weekends. That's what you're doing to yourself. But this pleasure, it hides it. It hides it. So you need to get real enjoyment, real fucking fun in your life. This is why I've created my course. This is why I'm creating it right now. I'm doing a pre-sale. So once I fully release the course, it will double in price. But I've got all my wisdom, everything you need to know so that you don't want to do that shit anymore, so you don't need it at all. I will help you improve your life so you get sober and stay sober. You won't even want to look back. I couldn't imagine living that partying lifestyle now. Why? Because I created a person, a character, and a life that I enjoy, and it keeps getting better. See, that's the great thing about living a life like that. Everyone talks about how your best days are your school days, and from there it's downhill. Why? Because everyone's living this mediocre, vice-riddled life. When you remove the vices, guess what? Everything just is going up and up and up. That's the way we're supposed to live. So get the fucking course, start changing your habits, changing your life, and become high on life.